Journaling, 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 journaling. What's this consistent talk about keeping a journal? Goodness, what is this journaling you talk about to say that it's a superpower to live a life of legacy? What are the kind of journals that we even have? Anyways, are these your questions? Then I will be answering them in this video. My name is Goodness, and I'm your journaling buddy. If you are a returning subscriber, hi, how are you doing? Welcome. And if you're meeting me for the very first time, my name is Goodness, and I'm your journaling buddy. Welcome to the family. Yes, so let's get right into the conversation for today. What with this journaling is a superpower for you to win or for you to lead a life of legacy? What exactly is journaling? Is it really just about writing? Goodness, I've heard you say journaling is a superpower and it is more than writing. Explain this thing now. I will be explaining it in this video. Just get along. Let's get right into it. What is journaling? Journaling. I've written here that journaling is an expressive way of communicating your feelings, thoughts, insight, decisions, visions, plan, experiences, and perspective. It overall addresses and fosters your mental, physical, spiritual well being. In simple terms, journaling helps you communicate or express your feelings, your thoughts, your plans, your visions in your own unique way without any stringent rules. That's what journaling is. And how is it a superpower to win? Don't worry, we'll get right into that. In that, you're able to express yourself, come to understand yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, your plans, and even get clarity as to the way forward on your journey of becoming. And so, journaling is your buddy actually to help you win because it helps you to track your growth, it helps you to know how to express and experience life in a better way. So, what are the various kinds of journals that we have? There are actually plethora of um, journals that you can keep depending on what you want. And I think I will just address a few of them in this video. The very first one I want to address is the gratitude journal. Yes, gratitude journal. A gratitude journal is a journal that you keep to express your appreciation or your gratitude every day, every week, bi-weekly, monthly, as often as you deem fit, right? But you keep a gratitude journal to just dictate or express one, two, three things that you are grateful for. They do not have to be voluminous. It could be just one or two things that you are grateful of about your essence, your being. Oh, I'm grateful that I can see. I'm grateful for the gift of hearing. I'm grateful that I have two legs to walk. I'm grateful that I have two arms and I can move them. I'm grateful that I can breathe, sorry. I'm grateful that I've got breath in my nose race. I'm grateful that I have a mind that understands. I have a sound mind, right? And when you keep a gratitude journal, it brings you to a state of mindfulness of your essence. You're mindful of your being. You're mindful of your everyday life, regardless of the turbulence or challenges that you face or might be facing. You're able to highlight one thing in your everyday experience that you're grateful for. And when you are grateful, or when you keep a gratitude journal, it helps you to keep a positive mind, right? That there is one thing that is working in my life. I can touch, I can express, I can tell, I can communicate one thing that is working in my life. It could be the gift of seeing, it could be your ability to speak, right? And you just being grateful of that one thing impacts on your mind, impacts on your soul, in that it helps you to keep a positive mind. Scriptures in says how that a broken spirit dried the bone, right? A merry heart does good like medicine. So you staying happy and staying positive, it's even makes you LD. And more than even making you LD, right, it helps you stay positive, that of course your hopes are still high, your tomorrow will be better, and by so doing you are able to hit your goal over a period of time, because you have a positive mindset and your mind is open and receptive to receiving ideas, to being able to run through or execute your ideas, finding opportunities that you could leverage or launch on, so that you can experience the life that you desire. And so, yes, a gratitude journal is a game changer. I believe, I advise, I recommend that everybody keeps a gratitude journal, because it helps to your bones, it's a plus to your life. And even thirdly, I think I want to share, thirdly or fourthly, right? So I want to share that it helps you to also think of your life in a different way, or give it gives you a different approach to life, how that you're able to reflect and see how beautiful your life is, regardless of the overwhelm around, regardless of pressures around, regardless of the challenges or the halfway experiences that you are facing. Number two kind of journal that I want to share with you is the heart journal. Drum rolls! I'm quite excited about this one, because it's something that I did work on some times ago, and I loved how um, its outcome is, in that it's not totally about writing. And yes, this is one of the things I mean when I say that journaling is more than writing. Art journaling is not about writing. It involves painting, it involves images, it involves drawing, sketching, coloring, sound, yeah, music, right? It involves sound too, right? Just in the that art space. And what that does for you is help you to express yourself. Some persons do not like words, some persons are not good with words, but they are good with drawing. Some persons do not have the ability to write, probably because of one disability that they have, or one impairment that they have, or they are challenged physically or some kind of way, right? Art journal is one kind of journal that such persons could keep, because it's more than writing, right? They could draw, they could paint, they could just express themselves in the language that they understand. And this has been shown to relieve persons who are grieving, persons who are experiencing some form of health issue like schizophrenia. Yes, yeah. It could do that too, just expressing yourself in different acts, giving your feelings and thoughts in different acts expression. It could be even in music, in sound, right? You're just expressing what you feel on the inside. And by so doing, you're giving clarity, you're easing yourself of any form of burden that you might feel, you're helping yourself to come to terms with your life, current life state, and what to hope for in the future, right? As simple as art journaling might seem, right? It's easy to walk through this journey with your art therapist, yeah. And as a therapist, yes, it's just easy to walk that journey with a art therapist. The person is able to hold your hand to show you how to use art journaling to express yourself in the language that is unique to you. And should I say or state here that this is not exclusive to just persons who are challenged or who needs healing, right? Any other person can explore art journaling. You can just choose to, probably you feel burdened, or maybe you just want to express, you had an experience and you just want to express or relieve yourself of the thought, or even put perspective to it, or ask yourself what your emotions, how you feel at certain times, and how you should begin to respond to it. If you could communicate that via drawing, via images, whatever it is, via sounds, right? You could also do that for yourself, just to understand your emotions and help you gain balance or help you experience and lead the life of legacy that you desire. Number three kind of journaling that I'm going to share with you is the dream journal. Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyone that's in my boot camp would love this one with me. Yeah, purposeful journaling boot camp or any of the boot camps I have organized before. How that dream journal is a lot. It's I love it. Personally just love dream journals, and I'll tell you why. Because we are supernatural humans. Man is a spirit, has a soul, and lives in a body. So we are 100% spirits, right? We are spiritual beings, and there are things that are communicated in that realm that your soul must grasp, that your mind must grab, so that you can experience it physically, right? Good things, of course. And sometimes, if you're a person of faith, like I am, proudly a person of faith, right? Strongly believe in God, right? Is all that there are things that God could communicate to you via your dreams, via it could be trances, it could be a revelation, whatever language it is that you give to it, and you need to scribble it down, right? You need to write it down, because most often than not, God doesn't convey the whole essence of our being to us at once. If He does, I do not think that we have capacity to carry it, right? If He does, you might even get so scared about probably who God is showing you that you would be, and feel like, no, God, I can't. That's too much. That's so much of that's so much expectation of me. I don't think I have the capacity to be that person. And you want to just take me to heaven. Let's just be there together, right? You almost want to be like that. But God knows this. God is aware of this, and it just distills, opens us to the insight that we need to get to in each phase or each season of our life. And sometimes these things come through dream. God is showing you something about you, about a family member, about an occurrence that is soon to happen. Anything could happen in a dream journal, but what is key, sorry, in our dreams or revelation, however words you give to it, but what is key and why we bring it to journaling is how that you keep a dream journal, because it helps you to track um the dots. It helps you to track the records, right? And you could connect the dots that, oh, God showed me this, or I saw this in January and I saw this in March 2021, 2022. I got this insight in 2023. You're just able to draw the dot backwards and make meaning of what it is that you have seen, or what it is that you have been shown, right? That's on one end. On the very flip side is the dream journal of your own dreams, the things that you perceive of yourself, the things that you want to pursue, the things that you desire, what your life visions are, right? You could state them in your dream journal and elaborate it and say, oh, I want to be this person. But as you write down, you're able to expand that dream and say, to be this person, I have to get this certification, I have to go to school to get this done, I have to do that degree, I have to do this, I have to intern in this particular place. It just breaks out and makes sense of that dream, that desire, that burning desire in your heart to become, right? And that's what a dream journal does. So please do not forget that it's like a two edged sword kind of journal, where you are able to write down the things that you see. And I think this is very important. Like I said, being a spiritual person, you really want to take note of the things that you're seeing, because you would need them. You don't want to forget the things that you have seen, because your life depends on it, truthfully. And this is why it is legacy. This is why journaling is you leading legacy. You are able to track it backwards to say, oh, I saw this, okay, this is what the future should look like, oh, this is what I should be doing now to help me experience that future that I have caught a glimpse on. Because you cannot, or you should not, unsee that compelling vision of who you can be, that you have seen. You should not unsee it, right? But just keeping that journal, just keeping tracks of your dream, whether they are negative or positive, you are able to make meaning of them. And one beautiful thing about dream journals, when you have a dream, because then it brings clarity. Yeah, dream journals bring clarity. When you have a dream, or when you dream about something, at a surface glance, you might not get it or might not grasp a full understanding of what it is. But when you write it down, I know this is like my name. When you write it down and when your heart is in there, right, you are able to make meaning of it. Right, you are able to make meaning. Oh, so I saw this, and this meant, oh, there was this ladder, and I was climbing. Do you get? You're able to make meaning of, okay, this could mean this, or this event happened 2 days ago physically, and 2 days after you've seen something in your dream that has to do it or relates to it, or someone made a statement and you've seen something in your dream that helps you to draw the dots and make sense of it. This is why you cannot take your dream on a surface level and say it's just a dream. Or you don't know the meaning, or you did not get the meaning of what the dream is. You just leave it on the surface and say maybe it's just a dream, and something happens 2 weeks after or 3 weeks after, and you're like, oh, I didn't understand it. But you truly would have understand it if you had been a little bit intentional and try to write that experience. Just writing, just typing it, if it's a digital journal, just typing it out, you get understanding. It happens all of the time. You just get clarity about what that is. It might not be you might not fully grasp it, but you would of course grab it to some reasonable extent. So yeah, that's the two sides to a dream journal. The fourth kind of journal that I want to share with you is a food journal. Where my food is. Leave a comment if you are a foodie. Anyways, this is not to call you out. Just wanted to put this out that food journals exist too. Yes, food journals. And what are food journals? Like I said, maybe in this video or in previous ones where I mentioned that there are no rules to journaling, right? You could journal in your own way, your own defined, unique way. So where does food journal comes into place? Food journal could you exploring recipes and keeping those recipes journal, like keeping them in a journal, highlighting what the recipes were, the measurements that you use, the ingredients, rather the measurements of the ingredients, how you combine them, the method of cooking, and even the nutritional benefits that comes with that particular meal. And this is just one side of it, right? There are other expressions of food journaling, which could include you writing experiences of local dishes that you tried for the first time. Maybe you visit a new place and you feel like, oh, let me try their meal, and you probably want to write that experience. Oh, I tasted this meal and I did not like it. Oh, I tasted that meal. It could be anything. But particularly, I like the fact that we could explore. And I think this is one thing that generally does for you. He helps you to be creative. He helps you to just know a side of you that might not exist or that you are not aware of before. So imagine that you're trying new recipes. I think I used to do this a few years ago. I would try new recipes and I would write them down. Sometimes I'll invite friends to come around to try to taste the meals, and they will leave good comments. I think some of them used to name the recipe eventually and say, what's the name of this thing? And I'm like, I don't have a name, I just have the recipe. If you want the recipe, I'm going to hand it down to you. But I wouldn't have it. I usually don't have a name for it. I think some of them named it. And maybe if I get a chance to, right, I might bring one of them to the channel one of these days to share the experiences of the foods they ate that we experimented on, or that I experimented on and journaled, right? And why I did the journaling, because I intend, of course, to repeat it again and again. Such sumptuous meal should not be a one-off experience in a lifetime, right? So yes, that's a little bit of food journaling that I want to mention in this video. All right, the very next one, which I think should be the fifth kind of journal, is a fitness journal. Everybody wants to feel fit and look fit. Everybody wants to feel fit and look fit. And so the journey is different for every person. The journey is different for each individual, right? You want to maybe reduce your weight, or maybe even increase in your weight, or that's experience weight loss or weight gain, whichever one is yours, right? There is a journal for you. And why this is just to help you enjoy the experience, right? Whether it's a weight gain experience or it's a weight loss experience, or whether it's none of both, you just want to keep fit, right? You just want to stay fit. You just want to um, be that person who is energetic, spirit, soul, and body. You also might want to keep a journal for fitness, your experiences around that space. You want to maybe journal the experience. Say, oh, I tried this day, and this was the impact I got from it. Or I did this workout or this particular exercise for so and so minutes, and this is what it did to my mind. I practiced meditation for this period of time, and this was the impact over a while. When you're reading these things again, it just brings a sense of you being present in your own journey. I tell you, and it just makes you feel like you are in charge of your life, like you are there in your own journey. You're just mindful of your journey, with regardless of or whichever of this journaling. And if you choose to keep many, more than one, two, three, as much as you can, right? It's fine, right? But just ensure that um, you're doing it rightly, and you are really experiencing the fulfillment that comes with keeping each of this. Like I've already highlighted in each of the 5 types of journal that I shared with you, are there benefits that you can explore and that you want to explore, right? And I think I should also just put out a personal journal. This maybe you might want to explore a personal journal, right? Just you expressing your thoughts, expressing your feelings, and it could come in different ways, right? It could come in different ways. It could come in um, you drawing them out, you scripting them, you whichever way you want to express your feeling. Remember that there are no rules, there are no hard and fast rule. You must do it at this time. You must know there are nothing like that, right? To journaling. I want to believe that this video has been quite beneficial to you. If it is, or if it was, kindly leave a like, leave a comment, and share. Somebody out there needs to know about this and begin to implement, so that she can or he can experience the life that they desire and lead a life of legacy. Till I come your way again, I remain your journaling buddy, Goodness. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share. Bye.